All right, today we at Anderson Motor Speedway, and if you remember the 604 crate engine, we did a series on we here with Gary Greenwood today, and it's his car, his motor. We're gonna help him get the carburetor and the time and all that stuff tuned in, just make sure everything's happy. So stay with us, and we're gonna make some laps, and we're gonna look at some plugs, and we're just gonna do all kinds of stuff. Good deal.
Is this air pressure gauge?
Blow into it.
Says it's got no.
No. What's like?
I don't know. I mean, like he's been doing it a long time, and he's got good records. But I don't know in this car because this is a new car.
You hadn't used this one at all?
Last year, but they had all kind of problems. Man, you smell rubber already.
Oh yeah. I just bought a new set and sent them to him. I said, he said, okay. I said,
Man, he get him some pads on there so he can set it on top of the car.
yeah, it's back down. Right across.
Oh.
When you pull that, you need some gloves.
Yeah, boy, we need something.
Yeah, I got to make some. These are little. I'll shut her down it.
Yeah. And it ain't like
huge.
ultra critical.
Right.
But we don't want it to
don't wanna idle
idle
around
for
for-
20 minutes. But yeah. So you can see, we got all kind of racket. You can see the timing line is all the way down here, right at the end of the strap. But just looking down in there, it looks rich, but we're gonna have to get something more we can see. Yep, so in the, I don't know if, let's see, let me get it focused better. There we go. Can you see that? So you can see the timing lines about right there. So it might could stand another degree of timing maybe. We'll just have to see how it likes it. But looking, she looks rich. I don't know if you can see that line down in there on the porcelain in the camera, but it's pretty wide. Man, I wish we could cut it apart.
Real good. You see?
Aha! Look at that. Now we're cooking. All right, let's talk about this. All right, so here we go. So we see how wide the fuel line is, fuel ring. So we definitely fat, so we're gonna lean her up a little bit. And I think that it might stand another degree of timing. We're gonna probably put one more degree of timing in it, and then we're gonna pull some fuel out of it. So
That we're looking at this line here. Right?
Yep.
Is that good or
it's
is
way
it?
rich.
That's what I.
It's
Well, that one.
way
Look at the
rich.
one I pulled out.
Yep, but see,
Well, I know you can't tell, but I'm just saying.
right, but I'm just saying.
That needs to be a pencil line, right?
Well,
at the
not
bottom,
necessarily a
right?
pencil line, but probably it needs to be a third smaller than it is
Okay.
now.
Okay.
And it, because it's diminishing results, but we could probably lean it up enough where it would actually go faster, but it basically lean, it hurt the motor, right?
Okay.
Because it likes lean.
Right.
And just looking at the timing line, it could probably stand another degree of timing.
So I'm at 39-ish, 38, 39.
Yeah.
So would the timing change this line? Without
No, the timing
resetting?
won't change this line. The timing changes grab the end, the ground strap, like real 39.
Right.
It might say 39.
Right.
But so if you look at the ground strap, you see that little black right there?
Yep.
All right, so that's where the timing line is now. Generally, not always, but generally, we bring that line all the way down to right where it meets the plug body itself, and usually that's the window. Usually.
Point to that.
on the ground strap so I can see what you.
Come out here in the light.
Yeah.
So, you see how you see that black line right there?
Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
So, but if you look, and I don't like auto light plugs, and I don't know why they do like that, but NGK is so much easier to read the ground strap. But if you look at it sideways, you can see a secondary line about right there.
Gotcha.
But we know it's not. So you almost see that tint difference, but you won't see that on an NGK, and I don't know why that is. But an NGK, as far as reading heat in the chamber, is like the easiest one to read that I've seen. But
you're saying,
but you
probably
want
need to
to
bring it down more towards that first thread.
Yeah, we want to be like ideally. You see how this face is still got a little black on it.
Yeah.
Ideally, the timing would be where it would just clean that face off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not every motor in the world, right? Some like a little less, some like a little more, but for the grand scheme of things, usually if you got enough fuel, you can get by there.
Well, what do you think? What do you think we need to reject?
The first thing we need to do is probably pull a number all the way around. That's the first thing we need to do.
These are, that's your next new one that's already gapped. These two aren't gapped
Okay,
yet.
perfect.
And then this one I'm just saving to put back in.
Right.
Alright, let me get somewhere south, lower part of Georgia. And they're paying $5
Look at there. The stud's even tight. That usually never happens.
Down in there, right?
That's where they do their best work.
Yeah, I bet. What do we need?
So and it's probably gonna bleed. You got to block off.
lower part of Georgia.
I don't know. I just don't know to stand it up.
You can stand. All right. So we probably just get this and get them two and leave the nipples in the bowls.
You want to take the whole carburetor off or just take
No, we'll just do the bowl.
But leave these here.
Yeah, you can leave the adapters. Yeah, just that and them two, and we good. Yep.
Beat the guy in the garden.
And I didn't bring tools, so I'll get into your tools. You know where he keeps the sockets at?
What kind?
I need a 5/16 quarter drive deep well.
I don't know. What size?
5/16. Right, probably right there. 8mm, same difference. 8mm, we got it. Oh, get the. Andrew, where's the little fuel drain cup at?
Is it on?
That guy said it.
All right, we'll do it over.
You told me I know what I thought. We told me I was you got bias. I said, you got bias gates. You got way too much brake. You don't know what you're talking about. Everything on there, y'all put steel on my foot a little long. Gary thought that would make the car stop straight.
Hey, Gary, will you put this on? It's a little microphone.
Just whenever you're talking to me, that's all that matters.
Oh, okay.
We won't spawn, you know.
That's fine.
We won't tell your racetrack secret.
Nope. So you gonna go one number all the way around?
Yeah, I think that's gonna get us.
Did you find what you needed? Yeah, you got it.
Just about $8 a gallon. Can't be wasting it.
Yeah.
Hey, $13.50.
That's a lot fancier than the old brake.
I wish it was 8. It's $13.50.
Is it?
Yeah.
That tells you how much race fuel I bought lately.
We got like $4 in that little cup.
I think $8 is the no ethanol pump gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is these days.
Let me grab this jet kit.
I remember we used to sell alcohol, and boy, that had evaporation factor sitting around the shop. It wasn't good. It always went missing. I I'd be like, man, that thing was full last week. Where'd all that go? Nobody knew.
When it's riding on all rubber.
Yeah, no. Well, you're unloading the car when you do that.
As soon as something touches.
Yeah, that's the next problem. So you need round track floats, and it ain't got a minute.
Is that a rule thing though? Can we change what comes with them? I don't think.
I've never seen a float rule.
Okay. We can ask about it. He's struggling that carburetor. He ran a 2-barrel Holly last year and it ran fine, but now he's got the quadrojet on it. The top end is just breaking up bad.
It's a good one or a bad one.
He had Fisher with him last week, built it and played with it, but all I know is the ones we got out of California for Dad's carbs, whatever Bobby put us on, that guy died. And somebody else asked the shop, and I called, they didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, okay, never mind. But those things were smooth like these. I mean, just never missed. I think it was just called California Carb or something. Bobby knew all about it back in the day, and because the first couple times we tried to, with Dad's Renegade, it would do that, break up, and Bobby's like, send it to California.
I assumed we'd see emulsion bleeds, changeable emulsion bleeds, but this carburetor is not equipped with changeable emulsion bleeds.
So it's jets only?
Yeah, we go. Well,
no emulsions? Oh, you can't change them?
Well, not only is there no emulsion bleeds, there's only 3 holes. And most of these things that I've seen, you know, they'll have 5, and they'll all be changeable. And then you'll also, and I don't know what's behind it, but they'll actually be changeable jets behind the power valve, and it'll have the idle feed restrictions will also be changeable.
Right.
So, not that that's the end of the world or
right.
nothing. I'm just saying, I just assumed
that's the part number we got to run.
Yeah. But see, all HPs generally have adjustable. So, you know, like I don't know that it come that way, right? They
may have put that on.
This may be their secret sauce.
Right. Okay.
Boy, that ratchet right there.
Yeah, he's not shot, yeah.
And we got a 1/4-inch ratchet in the truck. Well, if you go to Lowe's, you just walk in with it, go over and get the right one, and go up there to the thing. So I'm walking this. Don't even ask me. Oh, Lowe's will do it too.
Yeah, because they're Craftsman now.
Yeah,
Since Sears went out, Lowe's took over Craftsman.
Yeah, I know they had.
See, I always thought Sears was Craftsman, but it was separate.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too.
It's actually what he allows us not to. Toolbox that had a set of Craftsman vice grips.
Right.
And they were so rusted and froze up and couldn't open them. I took them.
Change them.
Give me a brand
Yes.
new set.
Yeah, they got the word
Leaner.
at
Fat.
the end. They wouldn't warranty.
I bought 8 plugs, so every time I go out, we're going to put a new plug in so he can cut it. I wish he'd get that carburetor straightened out.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
You want to salvage that?
Nah. I'm with him. Let's put that 2-barrel back on so he can go make some laps.
That's what I told him a while ago.
Hey, just FYI, I've got a second carburetor. You want to tinker with it or take it with you?
Yeah.
I got it from Troy last year when I started, and it ran decent. This one was brand new from VDL. It seemed to be a little peppier, but it's hard to tell.
And it's probably all just in the tune-up.
And like when I call VDL, he asked me, all right, what's your rules? What's your what's your weight break? Or, all
Right. Well,
but at the end of the day, you got to tune it at the track.
That's what I say.
It's hard not to do it at the track.
Exactly. Well, then, you know, if you're a little bit rich, you know, you ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Right.
And so they're not gonna send them out.
Yeah.
You know, trying to melt pistons. Most people ain't anyway.
But water temp has been fine. I've been running around 180, 185.
It's gotten better, yeah.
It only had one little like boop.
Yep.
If I come off the corner, it's
Yeah.
if I roll into it,
But you not, I mean, just hang tight there.
Can you tell?
I'll have that one.
Oh yeah.
It was on that aluminum intake.
I don't remember.
I mean, I got that other intake. It's supposed to run it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking if you can't get this carburetor to run right, you might be better off. Get the plate or whatever you need to run that 2-barrel on this intake. On this intake.
Go ahead and get the plate.
I mean, it ain't like you're.
Yep, so the jets will square all the way around, same power
You just
valve.
need to be smooth and
We're
get in
gonna
hard
check
when you
all
need
the
to.
emulsion holes and make sure it's the same. It appears to be the same block front and back, but we're gonna check it. and make
He's
sure.
changing the jets. You feel?
This first time I'm driving on the track with power steering wheel. I ain't used to it. I'm used to driving.
I think they're all gonna be the same.
It's on Old Nova out here. We found a guy called the Carb Shop in California. Sent them out there, come back, and they were every bit as smooth as that, right? Never been slick. We called him last year when Jeffrey bought that car. Gone, passed away. Called his wife.
Let them run a Edelbrock. Generally, most classes that can run a quarter jet can run an Edelbrock.
Well, he can run that 2-barrel Holly, which he had on there, and I think was faster than that quad jet.
Yeah, and it's hard to find now. I think the only place that you can even get, because see, there's metering rods in the back and the front, and then there's jets in the back and the front, and the cam that opens the meter rods, there's different cams.
Yep.
So, and if you don't have a 5-gallon bucket full of stuff.
Bottom out.
Well, we was noticing like you was getting on the rev limiter quicker. Yeah, so that means it's moving. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah. We're gonna keep right on rocking. But that's what I told him. You know, he's saying it's supposed to be, the weather's supposed to be better. So I'm not gonna get it ragged. Cause if it gets cool, it's gonna lean up on its own. So we don't, you know, so I'm gonna keep it safe. All right, so we did just one number all the way around down, and then I worked on some other little mild adjustments on the carburetor. But this is the first time, and then this is where we at now. And they're saying this weekend the weather's gonna be real nice, so it could probably take maybe another number out of the front, but if it gets cool, it's gonna lean itself out anyway, so we're gonna leave it where it's at. But looking at so this is the first time and this is the second time, and you can see the ground strap looks a little cleaner and a little nicer. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put one more degree of timing in it and just see what that looks like and how he feels about it. And then if that's not better, we're just gonna put the timing back where it is. And I think we're gonna call it, because this is about all we can do in the weather conditions we have today. So hopefully that visual makes good sense to you, because this is a real world example. Yeah, I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So, and like I say, this one here, this is the money shot. And it was obvious the engine was happier, because he was probably getting on the rev limiter, man, I'd say 30 foot sooner, easy. So it definitely woke it up to pull a jet out of it all the way around. So, and then the rear accelerator pump was extremely loose. I mean, it almost didn't have any rear accelerator. So I readjusted the rear accelerator pump and got all of that worked out. So, all right, we're gonna see about some timing, and then we'll go from there. I mean, it's just all over the place. Just a lap or two, and let's just see what happens. Let's go over here where I can sleep. We're going to talk about it. the line up a little bit. But I didn't move but a couple of degrees. Let me go out here in the light, maybe you see a little better. Yeah, you can see it probably, I don't know, man, it didn't move it much, but it moved it a little bit. But I pulled about 3 degrees out of it. But the timing's a little jumpy, so it's hard to read a little bit, the timing on the balancer. But what happened, so the reason it had so much timing in it is they went to the chassis dyno and they put it on the dyno and started making pulls. And the problem with that is you probably had to make 15, 20 pulls before it settled down and all the oil got hot and everything got up to temperature. So when they put it on the chassis dyno and started making a pull and they put some timing in it, well, it got better. Well, the timing didn't make it better. The drivetrain warming up made it better. So it appeared that it wanted a whole bunch of timing, but it really didn't. And so we pulled about 3 degrees out of it and got it back down to where I have seen that cylinder head like it the best. And it was getting on the rev limiter way sooner. It sounded a lot better. And the plug's super clean, and the timing line is not down as far as, you know, most stuff should be. But that cylinder head, the combustion chamber, that head just don't like a lot of timing. So I'm satisfied that it's good to go. The car's running good. They've been working on the chassis as we've been working on the tune-up on the carburetor and the timing and all. So I think they pretty well got it dialed in where they want to be, and the car looks good. So I think we're gonna call it a day. But I figured we'll bring y'all along with us to just see some of the people want to see this stuff run a lot. So. All right, it's hot, the sun's shining, and we're going home. See you on the next one.